This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 8. When the Most High divided the nations, their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. For the Lord's portion of his people, Jacob, is the lot of his inheritance. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and his only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem Rakadash. Double honors to the head apostles, elder / bishop, and the great millstone who taught me 100% of this truth, who teach and rule well. Peace, blessings, and safety to the hopeful elect. Keep pushing, keep believing, keep the faith regardless if they hear or forbear. Shalom. Let me tell you something about these other nations. These other nations, they ain't shit, man. They ain't shit. I see so many of these other nations moving prideful, man, full of pride, moving proud, moving boastful, acting like they all that in a bag of chips. When you really look at these other nations, it's like, yo, you really should be at the bottom of my feet right about now. But since we broke the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Heavenly Father and his only begotten Son, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls God and JC, yo, this is why they walking around full of pride right now and proudful. But remember, Israel, pride comes before destruction and a haughty spirit before it fall. I can't stand seeing these other nations at times. I be looking like, especially Sleazy Esau, man. Looking at these Idumeans, yo, I be looking at these Edomites. I be like, that's just a walking disease, a leprosy moving around. I can't stand looking at these other nations at times. Man, I tell you. And the problem is, and the sad thing too, and the problem is, 2/3 of our people, Jake the snake and Eve that like to deceive, the rebellious ones of our nation, I can't stand 2/3. They be all underneath them. I be seeing Eve all underneath Sleazy E, looking at him like he all that. But you gotta look around right about now. Sleazy E, Esau is Eve daddy. The way Eve be moving around these Edomites and what? Eve get the most shine more than the Israelite man. Eve shine more than Jake. Jake in the background looking stupid. But these other nations, these musty armpit smelling Ishmaelites, Ishmaels looking like a damn dog in the corner store. Every time you go in there, he be thinking he all that too. Just because you got a little corner store. Amalek blowing y'all up out y'all slides and slippers and sandals out there right now, where they resonate at across the world. I can't stand these other nations, man. I just wanted to get on them. These other nations ain't shit. This is going to be the title of this video right here. These other nations ain't shit. And when you really look at it, man, they walking around full of pride right now, man. As you know, the earth being handed to the wicked. And who's the wicked? Sleazy Esau, Edom, and these other nations, Moab, Ishmael, Ammonites, Hamites, etc. Man, I tell you, Esau is a walking disease, man. He very influential to these other nations right now. These other nations is thinking Sleazy E is all that. But when they really look at the truth now, when they come according to the scriptures, you realize Sleazy Esau don't look nothing like the Mashiach Yahushua. We are the true children of Israel and not these heathen nations. And that's the problem with Jake. They still caught up in them churches with the Christianity thing, and Esau could be saved and these other nations could be saved. Yeah, they'll be a slave all right in the kingdom. They'll be saved if they want to be a slave. And if they don't want to be a slave, they can't be saved. And it's just like that. The way the way Eve look at Sleazy E. Oh my goodness. The way she look at Esau, she be thinking Esau is all that. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 40 and verse 15. Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket and are counted as the small dust of the balance. Behold, he taketh up the isles as a very little thing. Come on, man. They take up what? The Lord made the world for our sake. They look at them. The Lord made the world for our sakes, not for sleazy Esau Edom. But since we went off and we broke the law, statutes, and commandments and started worshiping other gods and strange, weird doctrines and other things and idol worshiping, this is what happens. This is not a joke, Israel, and this is what happens. We here in a land of our captivity, subject to payments. But you see Jake, you see Eve, they trust in this place, man. They trust in sleazy Esau Edom in his kingdom right now. They think this modern day captivity is all that. They love their oppressor, man. We subject to payments, man. We bring in, but it's very little, man. It's like having a hole in a bag. As soon as we get money, we put it in a bag. It goes straight through that hole in the bag. Our wages is gone. It's straight facts. Our people is sick. They think they could slave these other nations and they can partake in our blessings, what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua has for the children of Israel. And it ain't like that. 2/3 gotta go, man. They too infatuated with these other nations and their little culture and their little gods with Buddha, Allah, Santa Maria, you know what I mean? And all these strange pagan gods and these other what? Instead of listening to the true power Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, who they ignorantly call as God and JC. The law, statutes, and commandments wasn't given to everybody. It was given to the children of Israel. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that make up the 12 tribes of Israel, as well as you strange speckled birds that look like the other nations, but your seed line goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But 2/3 ain't gonna listen. They still want to brush the shoulders with sleazy Esau Edom. They want to sit down and have lunch, dinner. Late, you know what I'm saying? Especially Eve, man. Right now she bedwenching and laying up with sleazy Esau Edom. Reaping rewards. Like a little good dog or something out here. That's the problem with Eve. Every time you look around, she really being advertised a lot on TV shows, movies, billboard, magazines. Yo, Eve, who like to deceive, she got to go too, man. A lot of you sisters, you so-called Israelite women, a lot of you black women, a lot of you so-called black women, you Israelite women, man, a lot of y'all got to go, man. Y'all infatuated with this place, but guess what? Sleazy E starting to let y'all go, man. He's starting to look past you now. He done use you as a weapon against the Israelite man. And y'all favoring these other nations, all in their culture, eating their food, thinking they all Latin. What? Instead of abiding our feet in our household, making some real quality soul food and staying away from these other nations' food, up in the corner store eating musty armpit smelling Ishmaelite sandwiches, huh? And begging them for credit, huh? Sad, bro. Up in the Ishmael corner store talking about Ak. He ain't no brother to me. That's Ishmael. How you doing, Ishmael? How you doing? That's it. Or I don't even say nothing. Just give me what I gotta get. You know what I'm saying? Here your little money, and I'm up out of that funky ass armpit smelling Ishmaelite. I'm out of their store. I'm out of their business. I ain't even around that. Big back Keisha still up in the China Ishmaelite. Up in Moabite restaurants. Big back Keisha still ordering 3 chicken wings with French fries. You still eating from them? Instead of you going to the supermarket and grab a little something, and still gotta watch these supermarkets too. They owned by these Ishmaelites, man. These Ishmael, they still owning some of these supermarkets, man. When you really look around, they own these supermarkets, man. You gotta watch them too. So when you open the supermarket, you gotta be careful being around these other nations, and it ain't business, because they fast to dial 911 on your ass, and you gotta pay attention to these other nations. But the Lord made the world for our sakes. I don't know what's wrong with 2/3 of our people, but they're playing their position. They're playing their character in this movie. Remember, this is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh movie. This is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh movie, man. And I'm sticking to the script. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 40 and verse 17. All nations before him, meaning Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh, are as nothing, and they are counted to him less than nothing and vanity. Khan, look at them. Look at these other nations right now, setting up shop, traveling the world, jet setting, taking over all sorts of factories and businesses and jobs, and basically controlling the whole world right now. These other nations got more power than us right now, man. It's hard for a brother to set up shop and have some type of successful business going that can keep up with sleazy Esau and Ishmael and Moab and these Ammonites and Hamites, etc. It's hard to keep up. It's hard. They make it hard too. These other nations make sure you stay at a certain rate and a certain level and a certain position, never above them. Because we in a land of our captivity, and we can't shine more than the one who is oppressing us right now. I was watching the MTV Awards last night, matter of fact, and seeing how these other nations is weird. They all into all sorts of debauchery and wickedness and evil, full of vanity, man. Full of vanity with these other nations. Hold on, let me get some more scriptures and pull this out. I don't want to make this too long. Bear with me. I don't want to make this too long, man. I just want y'all to feel me, though, when it comes to these other nations, man. These other nations ain't shit, man. Jake the snake and Eve that like to deceive. So just, like, y'all so infatuated with these other nations just because they got the ball right now. This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 6 and verse 54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou mayest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, meaning, the Israelites and all other nations, and the people also whom thou hast chosen, meaning the Israelite, the 12 tribes of Israel, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that make up the 12 tribes of Israel, as well as you speckled birds with your seed line goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes. As for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said they are nothing. Let's repeat that. Thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, meaning spit at the bottom of your shoe, and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. They are nothing unto spittle, like spit, or like a drop of sweat that falleth from a vessel, a small little thing. They are nothing. Well, eventually, When Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua returns, he's coming back to divide the nations and to separate. Let's get that. If y'all don't understand what is really going on, let's get that. Let's get this, man. Because our people too comfortable thinking that they could save these other nations. No, 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 no. That's not happening. Only way they could get saved if they become a slave to the 12 tribes of Israel, unto the true children of Israel. Not them big nosed rats with them small hats. Let's get this right quick. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 25 and verse 31. When the Son of Man shall come in his glory, meaning Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, who y'all ignorantly call as God and JC, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. God. This is verse 32. And before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divided his sheep from the goats. God. He's gonna, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is coming back to divide the nations as a shepherd. As he divided his sheep. What is his sheep? The 12 tribes of Israel, the elect. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American that's in this truth, pushing this truth with a sincere heart and nothing but the whole truth. He's going to separate him from all, going to separate us from all the other nations. He's going to separate us from all the other nations. Them other nations is considered as goat, as is nothing, unto spittle, like a little drop from a vessel. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 25 and verse 33. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on his left. Meaning he's going to separate the nations, man. Let's jump to verse 41 right quick. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 25 and verse 41. Then shall he say also unto them on the left hand, meaning these other nations, sleazy Esau, Edom, Ishmael, Moab, Ham, these Hamites, you know. Depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil, meaning deceiver, liar, and his angels. All of these other nations and what? All these other nations is about to catch wreck from Yahweh Ba'Shem. He about to put his foot up their ass and cast them in for everlasting fire. These other nations ain't shit. Stop it, Israel. Stop. Stop it, man. Stop thinking you could bear arms with them and smile up in their face and kiss their ass just so you could get a bigger paycheck and you could seem cool, like you just that cool so-called black dude or so-called black woman. Come on, Israel. But that's Jake the snake and Eve that like to deceive. They got that do as thou wilt spirit on them. And I keep saying that's a demon. But with that, I pray this video was edifying for the hopeful elect. I would like to say shalom.